We are back for another video, guys. Thank you for being here. I am the one and only Caramel Rell. Thank you for being here. We have a few topics that we're going to run through. So we're going to get into it. All right, we're going to get into it. I know you guys are glad to be able to get some more news today. We had a great car chronicles this morning, and we are going to get into some more great topics. Okay. Yes, so let's get into it. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment, okay? We have a couple topics that we're going to get into. Ex-celebrity, ex-NFL baller Sergio Brown, you guys, has pled not guilty to first-degree murder or unaliving, okay? Unaliving his mother and concealing her body. Okay, let's get into that. He has pled not guilty. This says that former NFL baller Sergio Brown was a fugitive rather from justice until law enforcement caught up with him in Mexico and had him extradited to the United States. Okay. Let's see. And it's saying that on the case back in October, as Brown was charged with first degree unaliving his 73-year-old mother, Myrtle Brown, and attempting to conceal her body. Okay. Now they're saying that according to new CNN reports that Brown appeared in a Cook County court in Chicago to answer to charges where he pled guilty, where he pled not guilty to all counts. It says that Brown lived with his mother in a suburb, okay, of Maywood, and on September 16th of 2023, as you guys may know, that her body was wrapped inside of several sheets near the house after the family had reported both persons missing. Now, they're saying that the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office determined that Myrtle had passed away as a result of a blunt force trauma and ruled that her death, okay, was a homicide. They're saying upon researching the home, or searching the home rather, that police realized that many of Myrtle's items like her iPad, cell phone, and credit cards were missing. They said that Sergio was seen by surveillance cameras burning several items in a makeshift fire pit on September the 14th, okay? Hey guys, thanks for being here. Now, they're also saying that while it may seem very unlikely that Sergio did not commit this heinous crime, it says that that the criminal justice system do what they can while they keep a close eye on the details that were released publicly by this case. So Sergio did plead not guilty to unaliving his mother. Okay, I'm not sure what the hell went on with that. We do know, and I remember because I played the video on my channel where he was seen in Mexico living it up, partying, drinking tequila, eating burritos and everything else over there, having a good old time while his mother laid unalived in the US. Okay, so sad. We'll see how that turns out. He is due back in court next month, you guys, on another hearing for unaliving his mom. So again, he has pled not guilty to that. We will see what it's giving. He is facing 1 count of first degree unaliving, 1 count of concealment of a body. Okay. Sergio's mom was 73 years old. Like I said, found in a creek, or near a creek rather, behind the home. All right. And of course, y'all know he was, like I said, extradited back to Chicago from Mexico when this was discovered. Okay. So we're moving on from that. Oh, Lord, Sergio, he might be spending life or a whole lot of time. All right. All right. So R&B singer Monica, you guys, R&B singer Monica, she speaks about breaking up with, and I'm still trying to figure out how this happens. She's talking about breaking up with her boyfriend. She's still calling him her boyfriend, rapper C Murder, who is the brother of Person Miller. That's what I'm gonna call him. Master P, rather, is what we call him. Okay, Master P is what they calls him. So I'm trying to figure out, because Monica done been married and everything since then. I don't know how she is still calling him her boyfriend. It's so weird, you guys. Let's get into it, because honey, listen, where she is talking about this man, honey, that she done broke up with him. Give me 1 second. All right, let me pull something up here. Let me pull something up, honey. All right. Lord have mercy. This is so crazy. I don't even know where to begin with this story. That says that of course, you guys know rapper C Murder is currently spending a life sentence, you guys, okay, in a Louisiana prison, maximum security prison as well, for unaliving a 16-year-old, okay? Now, he and Monica both dated during their teenage years, and they decided to rekindle their relationship a few years ago while C was actually incarcerated. Now, Monica is said to have caught him in a relationship with another woman. How is that when he is in prison? I don't know. Now, they said that Corey had other women, honey, writing him and carrying on while he was incarcerated. Okay, so that's what they're saying. Let me move my banner. Okay. Yeah, so she's saying that he was carrying on with writing other women and carrying on is what she called it during the time that he was locked up. So she was trying to, I guess, hang in there with him and be there for him. But as you guys know, Monica just went public on IG with her new dude who is said to be Chris Brown's manager, singer Chris Brown. All right, so she was also, as you guys know, she was also married to NBA player Shannon Brown, who she has a daughter with as well. And the two of them have since broken up and divorced. Okay, so she's been seen dating and being with other people since then. So I'm not sure what this arrangement is that she has with Corey Miller. It's weird. It's weird. So Monica goes on to say that she said the singer responded in a humorous way, saying that, "Oh my God, I haven't said his name in 2 years." She says, "Can y'all follow my lead like y'all did when I brought him up?" She says, "One band, one sound." She says, "I got my heart broken again, and that's okay." She says, "I learned yet another valuable lesson." It says that she continued on by saying, "I went through it, I got over it, and now I can laugh about it." So she's saying that she's heartbroken by this breakup from Corey Miller, aka rapper C Murder. Okay. She also added that life continues. I feel that through it, she says, "I feel great through it, and he has representation to one day be free." So she says, "Let's move forward." So some fans thought it was interesting that Monica managed to get her heart broken by someone who was incarcerated, but y'all know Love and Lockup, child. People be staying and waiting on folk that's on the show Love and Lockup, which I don't understand that shit. If you got life, like what are we doing at this point? If a person's got life in prison, I get it, you love a person, but you have to understand and realize that they're never going to get out and see the light of day. So how are you planning to have a relationship with this person unless you're going to be going to the jail like every other weekend, every weekend? You're going to be writing this person. You can't actually have any physical touch because from my understanding, they don't do those type of visits, okay, unless you are married to the person. So, but then you have people who get married just to be able to have conjugal visits, which I think is crazy as hell. When you can just find somebody that's free and move on with your life, you can still be friends with that person. You can still be supportive if you want to put something on their books and write them occasionally. But to tie yourself down with someone who you know will be serving a life sentence is beyond insane to me. So child, do whatever you feel you need to do. But she is saying that she is very heartbroken by the fact that they aren't together anymore and that he feels that she feels that he cheated on her. I don't understand it, guys. If somebody can go in my comments and make me understand how that shit works when somebody has life and you've been married to somebody else and got a child, you've moved on with several people and been dating, and as soon as you hear that they're writing someone else and that he may be showing some attention to someone else because he's lonely, he's bored in there. Like, what is he doing in there? You don't have a job to go to every day, a regular 8 to 5 or 9 to 6. Like, he's bored. He's waiting on somebody to write him. He's waiting on some type of love and or attention. So you're out here, you're free. You seeing all these fine men. You living your best life. You at the football games, the basketball games. You done found you a baller out here. You done got married and had a whole baby while he's been locked up. So I guess he would feel a little weight about that as well. So like I said, there may have been some type of arrangement for the two of them in terms of you don't see nobody, you don't write nobody, you don't be dating nobody while you up in there. It's weird. It's so weird. Oh my God. But like I said, as mentioned, they're saying that Monica had moved on expeditiously and dated Anthony Wilson, like I said, which is Chris Brown's manager. You can look him up. He kind of reminds me of somebody else in the industry of pictures that I saw. So they're saying that fans started speculating about them when he wished her a happy birthday and called her babe in October. Y'all know you'll be calling nobody babe, honey, unless they the babe like that. So he wrote happy birthday, babe, under a picture of them together, which is an indication that you got something going on. All right. So Monica then replied with, "Thank you, my love. You've treated me like every day was my birthday." Okay. So it sounded like y'all got a little hey going on over there. Now they're saying that before Wilson and Corey Miller, okay, which is AKA rapper C Murder, Monica was married to, like I said, NBA player Shannon Brown. They had an 8-year run before divorcing in 2019 and shared daughter Leia. And prior to that union, she was engaged to rapper Rodney Rocco, who you guys know, Hill, whom she shares 2 sons, Rodney and Romello. So she's been kind of doing her thing while she's been out. And now why she's so damn heartbroken because he getting a letter or 2 in prison is so weird. But he is, like I said, serving a life sentence for powing a 16-year-old by the name of Steve Thomas on August the 14th of 2009. He is serving his life sentence in a Louisiana state penitentiary. And he just came up for an appeal, you guys, where he tried to appeal his case to see if he could get out, but it got denied. So that's leaving him to continue to serve his life sentence in the Louisiana State Maximum Prison. Okay. So it's so sad. It's so sad. It's so sad. But I am, however, happy that she is choosing to move on with her life. And don't be faulting him for doing the same, because baby, he is in there with a bunch of men. And anybody that sent him a letter or any type of attention, that is great for him. Because shit, you serving life. You ain't going nowhere. All right. So I found and dug up some information about Whitney Houston, which is one of my favorite singers, guys. I used to imitate Whitney Houston with a brush in the mirror, singing in the mirror, singing to Whitney Houston. But I'm finding out, y'all know that she passed away at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Coincidentally, these are the same places, or this is the same hotel rather, where Diddy, honey, Puffy, honey, Brother Love, Sean Puffy Combs, he's got a million names. Just pick one. This is where he's been said to have most of his FOs, which we know he calls them freak offs. Okay. This is where he has his little freak offs at the Beverly Hills Hotel. That is where Whitney Houston took her demise, at that same hotel, which was the same night that Clive Davis was having a industry party at which he decided to continue to party, even when he found out that his protege, Whitney Houston, was found unalive in her room upstairs. Okay, he just was like, okay, she passed away. Let the party begin. Like, what are we stopping for? She's not here. I don't spend all this damn money. Let's keep partying. That was his attitude. I didn't like that. I felt like that was weird. A lot of celebrities, they were saying it felt very dark, that it felt very weird, that everybody was downstairs drinking and partying and having a good old time, honey. While Whitney Houston, honey, the Whitney Houston, matter of fact, we can say that, was upstairs unalive, found in her bathtub. It said and alleged that there was some weird stuff going on in terms of her death and how she passed away. I dug up a video in which I want to play for you guys, where it says that it may have something to do with Clive Davis and Diddy may be behind said situation. And I'm going to say allegedly. All right. So I'm going to play a clip for you guys. Yeah, somebody said that was downright disrespectful. It very much was so. It very much was so. If you at an event and you hear that someone passed away to the magnitude of Whitney Houston, you should stop. Well, anybody, not just Whitney Houston. If you're at a party and you hear somebody passed away, I can't party right. I can't get into the groove of things, okay, when I know that someone has passed away in the vicinity or in the building. Like, that's weird. So from the information that I just found, it's saying that Clive Davis and Diddy may have been behind this, because they were saying in her autopsy that they found multiple drugs in her system, and they found some in the room, and they were saying this, that she had a guard that was standing at her door, and they didn't know that anybody was in or out of there. It seemed weird to me how Ray J was acting on a few videos that I saw as well, when It was announced that Whitney Houston had passed. I feel like they were saying that he may have had something to do with one of the drug boys getting in there and bringing her some type of something. But her death to me was always ruled suspicious in my eyes. Okay. But I'm going to play this for you guys and you tell me what you think. Okay.
Whitney Houston and how Diddy allegedly helped Clive get away with her murder. So y'all probably know that Whitney was Clive's artist. Clive was something of a mentor to her because he signed her and helped her grow her career over the years. But then there were rumors that things were starting to sour between them and that they were about to have a falling out because Whitney was trying to get free from his control because he allegedly held her under a strict control. But the rumors are saying that Clive was not about to let her go so easily because she was making him a lot of money. I mean, she was the Whitney Houston who remains one of the greatest singers of all time, and she was very profitable. So rumor has it that Clive was determined to have her all to himself, and if he couldn't have her, then nobody could. So he allegedly plotted to have her taken out. The interesting thing about this is that in the days leading up to her death, there were reports of her acting erratic after she met with Clive. According to reports, she had gone to visit Clive while he was preparing for his annual pre-Grammys party. And even though we don't know what happened between those two after she left Clive, media reported that she appeared disheveled and disoriented, with what looked like sweat running down her face and blood dripping down her leg. 2 days after this, she was found unconscious in the bathtub, and she passed away. The crazy part about this is that Clive refused to cancel his party, and this got him the side eye from everyone. The most he did was give a speech at the party saying, "By now you have all learned of the unspeakably tragic news of our beloved Whitney's passing. I don't have to mask my emotions in front of a room full of so many dear friends. I am personally devastated by the loss of someone who has meant so much to me for so many years. Whitney was so full of life. Whitney was a beautiful person and a talent beyond compare." Well, he certainly wasn't devastated enough to cancel the party, but okay. Even worse, the party was held in the same hotel where Whitney died and her body hadn't been moved yet. Say what you want, but there's something super creepy about having a glamorous party when your friend's body is lying in a hotel room above you. Even reporters at CBS News found this weird, and they wrote, "Houston's body remained in the hotel room hours after emergency responders pronounced her dead. Downstairs, Davis's extravagant party went on Esplanade as investigators roamed the hotel lobby, and women wearing designer ball gowns and men dressed in tuxedos shuffled by towards the red carpet. Then there's this super disturbing report from a private investigator that revealed that Whitney had some defense wounds on her body. Jaguar Wright has also backed this up, insisting that Whitney didn't die in a bathtub like we were told. She was beat. They saw her body. She didn't just die in a tub, like she was beat. So how does Diddy tie into this? Well, y'all know how he was Clive's boy toy, and if Clive told him to cover a murder, y'all best believe that he's going to keep his mouth shut. There's also the fact that he was hospitalized with a migraine after the party, and his team claimed that it was because he had partied too hard. Is this the same Diddy who has been throwing insane parties since the 90s? Yeah, the math ain't mathing, but according to an insider, he was allegedly trying to create an alibi. The insider revealed that Diddy was allegedly trying to prove that he was too sick to have physically fought Whitney and put his hands on her like the report stated. He was allegedly trying to cover his tracks in case a police investigation was launched, and that's just crazy. Now, I'm not saying that Diddy unalived Whitney himself, because what the rumors are saying is that he tried to get an alibi just in case. Y'all come to your own conclusions. Fans left shocking comments saying, Clive had Brandy and Monica sing the tribute song, "It All Belongs to Me" for Whitney Houston. You can see in the video and in the lyrics that Clive was finished with Whitney. He said, "It all belongs to me," which is why he took her daughter out too. Yes, I said Clive Davis needs to be charged with Whitney Houston's murder, and Clive Davis needs to be investigated as well. Sean should be incarcerated now. But do you guys believe these allegations, or do you think that Jaguar is now making things up? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about? I always said I felt like something was very weird. And we all know, if you guys have been following me for quite some time, we already know that Clive Davis and Diddy is said to be like booty buddies, so to speak. That Diddy was actually groomed by Clive Davis, allegedly. Okay. Shout out to Shanti for that tea. Okay. But as I was saying, we all know that Clive Davis and Diddy are like tight like this. And there have been a lot of people who have been deleted in the industry that Clive knows about, as well as Diddy, allegedly. Okay, we already know about Tupac. We already know about Biggie. We already know about Kim Porter. We already know about Erica Kennedy. We already know about the two females who were friends with Kimora Lee Simmons, who passed away right around the same time as Erica Kennedy, who had altercations with Diddy. Erica Kennedy had an altercation with Diddy. Kim Porter had an altercation with Diddy because she was writing a book. Like, there's a lot of coincidences there. They were said and alleged also that when Whitney Houston passed away, that she owed Arista Records a lot of money. She was in debt to the record company, and she would have been worth more passed away than alive. Okay, because as we all know, record companies do have very, very high policies on their artists, especially rap artists, because they know the rap game can be very dangerous and they expect these artists to be unalived. So it was no different for Whitney Houston, who have struggled with drug addiction for years and years and years. So the fact that she owed Arista Records so much money prior to her death, she was worth more unalived than alive, which means that money goes to Arista and the higher ups like Clive Davis, like Diddy, who may be getting a percentage of that because he is under Clive Davis. So it seemed rather suspicious to me. I didn't believe that this woman got into a nasty tub. Like, I don't know. I don't get into no tub when I go out of town. I'm sorry. If I'm going to a hotel, I don't care how lavish it is. I don't sit in nobody's tub unless it's my own. And they were saying that it was very suspicious with Whitney's death because Whitney was the same way. They said Whitney would not have gotten into a bathtub. So it was weird that when they found her body, that she was submerged in the tub in hot scalding water, where they were saying that she had the little beads on her skin where the water was too hot. Who gets in water that hot to sit and soak? They found there was drugs in her room. There was pills in there. They said that she was unconscious and in the beginning, but then she later passed away. They were trying to say that she had an overdose in the tub, which I feel that was total bullshit. Now, my question is this. Someone had to have gotten into her room. We know most hotels, especially very nice 5-star hotels, as the one that she was in when this particular situation happened, they have cameras in the hallway. There are cameras everywhere. So why was it that no one was able to catch what was going on and who came in and out of her room on camera? Now, we do also know that during the time that Cassie was beaten and assaulted by Diddy at the same hotel during an FO, follow me, that she ran out of the room and it was caught on surveillance camera after Diddy threw a statue or some type of something out of the hallway, they were saying, at Cassie. It was caught on video. And there was some damage done to where the hotel room or the hotel actually made Diddy pay for that. But Diddy paid up to $50K for the footage at said hotel because he didn't want it turned into police. So he tried to hush them up. So what is to say that money was not paid at this same hotel during the same time that Whitney Houston passed away in order to cover up who may have come in and out of her room to maybe unalive her? That is my theory. That is what I'm thinking, because there's too many coincidences. If you did it in this situation and it was a situation to where you may have been somewhere you shouldn't have been and you were caught on camera, I don't see why you would not offer someone a set amount of money to cover your tracks so that you would not be found out. Because one of the things that they're going to ask, who was in her room? They want to know who was in her room, what happened, could she have taken something? Like they said that she could not have drowned because they said Whitney Houston was a very good swimmer. Prior to her even going to her room, she had gone to the pool. Her hair was wet. If you go back and look at videos, she had gone swimming. They said Whitney Houston was a great swimmer. She loved the water. She was not afraid of water. So I find it very strange or weird. Weird is a great word to plug there. It's very weird for someone to say that someone drowned when they are a great swimmer who loves to be around the water. Most people who drown are afraid of water, who don't want to be in the water, never ever would be submerged in a tub that's filled all the way to the top. Most people that are getting in the tub, you don't feel it all the way to the top. You feel it to the middle, because once you get in, the water is going to rise. So that was something else that caught my attention that I found to be very weird. Yeah, found to be very weird. Why was there broken glass in her room? Why? Because to me, I feel like there was a struggle. There were things moved around in her room that showed that there may have been some type of struggle. I feel like And we know that Whitney was doing some narcotics prior to her death because it was found in her system. Now, from my theory, I feel like maybe she may have owed someone money because she was having some, they said, financial issues, and owed the record company a lot of money by then. I feel like maybe she owed someone some money and they were allowed to come up to her room, and some type of struggle may have happened. And we do know Whitney was one of these. She from Jersey, so she gonna fight back. So there was some type of, I'm gonna say, struggle in that room. I also feel that Ray J may know something because when they put the camera on him after the fact, when he was getting in Brandy BB, which used to be on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, and the cameras, TMZ or somebody ran up on the car. When he got into the car, he looked very, very suspicious. It was something going on with Ray J. I found it very suspicious the way he was acting at Whitney Houston's funeral, the way he was crying. I feel that he knew something. I feel that he didn't say anything because he too is very close to Clive Davis, and he's very close to Sean Puffy Combs. So I feel like he knew something but couldn't say anything. And I feel like he knew that what happened to Whitney was very fucked up, but he couldn't say anything, or he probably would be deleted and or blackballed in the industry as well. So this same person who he was running around telling everybody was his girlfriend, I feel like he knew that something really bad happened to Whitney, but he was not able to say that. And the way that he was acting, like I said, at her funeral, when they were bringing the casket down the aisle, he was standing up holding the casket, the way he was looking back whenever they were taking her down the aisle, like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened to you, says everything that needs to be said to me. Brandy, anytime you bring up Whitney's death, I think Brandy knows something because that's Ray J's sister. I feel that she will never ever tell it because she gave a note. Go back and look at videos prior to Whitney's death. Before she went to her room and after she got out of the tub, because she was seen in a video when Brandy and Monica did an interview at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Whitney's hair was wet when she just got out of a pool. She walked up to Brandy in the middle of an interview with Brandy and Monica and gave Brandy a note, at which Brandy looked down and read the note, and she looked like, oh my God. It was a weird look on her face, as if Whitney was trying to tell her something. Whitney then goes up to her room, never to come back down again. So whoever got into her room may have had some type of connection to Diddy and Clive, okay, to take her out, which we all know that we've been hearing rumors about Diddy paying people off to get rid of and unalive people, just like he tried to do with Biggie. Gene Deal came forward to say that he was offered $30K to get rid of Biggie. So what is to say that the same thing was not going on came to Whitney because she owed the record company money? She wanted to get out of her contract, but, and you guys just heard it, Clive was not about to let her go because Whitney was worth a lot of money. She also owed a lot of money. So to let her go in that type of debt would have cost the record company more money. So to keep her in her contract and make her fulfill her contract, and to keep her still working, even though her voice wasn't as it was or was the way it should have been, for her to perform and make money as she did back in the 90s and early 2000s, I feel like they made a decision that she would be worth more unalived than alive. Whatever she owed the record company, it cleared after she was pronounced unalive because of the insurance policy. We know Kim Porter had a $7 million insurance policy on her at her death. Her casket was purchased a month before she died. Kim Porter's daughters, her twins, have $7 million policies on them as well. Y'all connect the dots. I'm not playing over here when it comes to this commentary, when it comes to these facts, okay? I'm just saying it's too many damn coincidences. And then for Diddy to go and try to create an alibi to go to the hospital saying he had this headache because he partied too much, sir. You were on prescription drugs. You were on Molly's. You were on so many other things during the time that you were doing FOs with Cassie. So for you to now all of a sudden have this headache out of this world to where you got to go to the ER, I am saying that you were creating some type of alibi, because going to the ER is going to be time stamped that you checked in at said time and that you check out at this time. So yeah, after we find out that something happened to Whitney, of course, run straight to the ER and say you're not feeling well because you left this party and you have this excruciating headache, so that it can be documented that you were seen at a hospital when in fact you may have allegedly known what happened to Miss Whitney Houston during the time of her death. And it's no coincidence that it's at the same exact place that Diddy chose to have numerous FOs with his clients. What do y'all think about that? I wanted to save that for the pop in, but I said, no. I got some more juicy stuff and I want to be able to talk in depth about this. So I hope you guys enjoy this tea. Okay. Yes. I hope you guys enjoy this tea. Go in the comments and let me know how you guys feel about it. Mods, thank you for being here. If there's any content creators as well, thank you guys for being here as well. Okay. Y'all know we're going to show that tea. I'm going to show you videos. I'm going to give you guys proof. Anytime I dig up something that I feel is very, very juicy and with a lot of tea and very suspicious, I'm seeing a lot of suspicious stuff as connected to Diddy and Clive. Clive is a snake. And I feel like that he is trying to help cover up some of the things that Diddy's done because he is in some type of way allegedly connected. So if Diddy goes down, Clive goes down. And we already know Clive is what, almost 80 something? He does not want to spend the rest of his life in prison behind some bullshit that Diddy is connected to. There's a lot of money between the two of them. He has protected him and it's said and alleged that the two of them may be having some type of romantic relationship. And we all know those crimes of passion, baby. We all know how that works. You're not going to see that other person go down. So you're going to use money and influence. And when you have a lot of people that's in your pockets from the police department, maybe at hospitals, which we know because Diddy's already had Cassie's medical records forwarded to him, her MRIs, which we all know that is HIPAA law, against HIPAA laws to do that. But when you have people that you're paying to get certain things done and to do what you want them to do for $1, then you can make things happen and or go away. Just like Kim Porter's autopsy, which we know were two performed. The first one, they found toxins in her body. The second one, they ruled her as having pneumonia. So that does not sound like the same to me. How can a person you said at first had toxins in her body where she was poisoned, then you come back and say she just had pneumonia. It wasn't poison. It was just pneumonia. So, and then the person who did said autopsy is no longer here. I find that suspicious. But we're going to get out of here. I think that's enough tea for the day. This is just a quick little pop in. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like the video. Please like the video and please like the video. Also subscribe to this channel so that you will be privy to more information and our tea because we got it over here. Okay. Love you guys down. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you guys later for our official podcast. Okay.